Brought to you by Friends, Counsel, and Agnes. TrusteeU, your online governance program for trustees.
Early in my career, I went to a fundraising program at Penn that was really to teach people about how to do direct mail. And it was over 20 years ago, but it had a great story embedded in it, and I want to share that story with you. The woman who was telling the story was talking about how they were going out for a direct mail campaign. And they had about 20,000 donors on their mailing list. And at the time, WGBH was on the most forefront and exciting edge of direct mail fundraising. They went out with a very long letter, like you're supposed to do. It was very carefully crafted. They told a great story. They had a great case statement. And one of the things you're always supposed to do in a letter is to ask the donor to increase their gift. So whether their gift was $35, $50, $100, either get them to increase it by a percentage amount or a dollar amount. And if you use a direct mail house, you actually give them a calculation, and they actually go out and they calculate, add 10% to the last gift, add 20%, or add a dollar amount. And they do that in an automated fashion for you, especially if you have a large database. So this direct mail house had all the data. They had the letter, they had the envelope, they had the response vehicle, everything you need to have a good direct mail piece. And they made a mistake. They calculated the last gift in error by adding a zero. So if you gave $35, they calculated that you had given $350 and asked you to add to your gift. It was the most successful campaign that WGBH ever had. Now that's a really interesting story because it has a lot of different things to it that are important. One is you should never lie to your donors. This is an honorable profession. But it was a mistake. It was an honest mistake. But it does, the most important lesson I think in that is that you need to shoot high. A lot of fear about fundraising is that you shouldn't ask for too much. You're going to make people angry. People are going to shy away. They're going to tear the letter up and throw it in the trash can. And maybe a few donors might. But the real lesson in that letter is you have to be ambitious, you have to shoot high, you have to ask for larger amounts, and people will follow through. So if you're shy and retiring and you don't ask, or you're too terrified of making donors angry, or maybe you'll make one or two angry, but the other several hundred or thousand might be perfectly content, and you ask for big amounts, you will get big amounts. So the WGBH story is an important one about not lying to donors. The other piece about it is you have to be ambitious in what you ask for. And if you go for ambitious goals, you have a high degree of success at getting them. So don't be afraid of shooting for high, big, really important goals so you can meet the mission of your organization. And what's better and more important than educating children?